It is on, so. How about now? So, while we're fixing this sound problem, yes, it seems that it's working now. Very good. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this session. So it should be working, but we still have a few people that are struggling with the... Right. We are struggling a bit with the technicalities of this, but I think we're going to get there in a second. Right. Should we try this one instead? Okay, better. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to this session on scaling regional electricity trading. It is late in the day, but I kindly ask for your attention for a good half hour. And as you all know, we're in a very competitive space, loads of sessions going on, and we also know that a crowd draws a crowd. So before we get going, I would kindly ask you to all help me cheer a bit for this session. So I will count down from 3, and then I need you to give everybody who's going to participate here a big applause. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Yay, that's it. Very good. Right. So we're going to have a discussion on this exciting topic. We have a brand new report coming out from Hitachi. So in order to stay on time, I suggest that without further ado, that we will give the word to the CEO of Hitachi Energy, Mr. Andreas Schierenbeck. So give him a warm round of applause, please.
Yeah, thank you and good afternoon. I think we picked a rather interesting topic, regional trading, which is, if you look at it, a little bit strange to talk about it. We are talking about dribbling renewables, building grids, and at the end, how come trading into that whole equation? And actually, regional trading is a little bit at the end of the food chain, but it is one of the most important things at the end, because if you build more renewables, if you're building up the grid, you have to deal with volatility and regional distances between the demands and the loads and the generation. And of course, if you're spanning wider geographical areas, you see that you have different impacts of wind and solar on different time zones and in different regional zones. And connecting these regions and balancing the energy grid in a way that you can make it physically work, but as well commercially work, that's actually what trading is doing. And especially on regional level, the trading is very essential to bring all the renewable installations into the money. Because in a local grid, sometimes there is not the demand. And exchanging energy between partners, between the regions, makes it commercially very interesting, but as well from a point of energy security as well. We have enough examples where you have areas with a lot of solar and a lot of wind or hydro and wind, where actually you have different seasonal effects. In winter, normally the wind is blowing much harder and you have a lot of generation there. In summer and in spring you have a lot of hydro coming from ice and snow smelts. And of course, balancing these two effects is obvious. But to make it financially and commercially work, you need trading for that. And for trading, you need the infrastructure. So actually, it helps you with two things. First of all, it makes investments into renewables much more feasible because you have more optionality. And secondly, it provides a much better energy security and safety because you have a better exchange between regions to help out in times of different price signals or if you have not all the demand or all the load generation you need. So I'm looking forward to your discussion. It is a very interesting topic. It needs physical preparation, it needs renewable, but it needs as well alignment of markets and of business models to make that work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andreas. Now is the time to get our esteemed experts and panelists up here. So I would like to bid welcome to Mr. Ramiro Fernandez, who is part of the UN High-Level Climate Champions. Welcome, Ramiro. Let's get Pablo Heva Koch, who is the head of Renewables Integration and Secure Electricity at the IEA up here. And let's get Maxine Gavi, who is the Executive Vice President of Hitachi Energy up here as well. And let's give them a hand. Thank you. Right. So, Ramiro, so scaling up of electricity trading has been a topic that's been actually circling around in the COP negotiations for the last few years, and also something that's become a focus area for the high-level champions. Explain us why.
I need to start.
Get this one.
Ouch. Are you hearing what I'm hearing? Yeah. Is that bad? Ouch. Is that better? No. Try to use this. How is this? Good. Great. Thanks. So I need to start on why the high-level champions are prioritizing trading. And the main reason I have to say, for me, the answer is in two areas. On one side, it is on the leadership that we're here seeing today from Hitachi and IEA, on presenting these reports, on these insights on energy trading under a contribution to the Sharm el-Sheikh adaptation agenda. And one of the reasons the champions are prioritizing this area is because we know from start that if we want to address and enhance adaptation and resilience on the way forward, enhancing the energy trading, it is critical solution. It's been identified under the Sharm el-Sheikh adaptation agenda as one of the 3 critical goals towards 2030. We won't be able to enhance adaptation and resilience and protect 4 billion peoples if we are not having efficient energy collaboration between our countries and companies and regions. And the high-level champions launched the Sharm el-Sheikh adaptation agenda with the aim to provide clarity to the ecosystem and community on critical goals for adaptation. And I think the report that we're seeing today, and there is a response from one of the companies and one of the most relevant institutions on energy, on how the sector can enhance the resilience and adaptation in this area. So that is the number one element. And the second, to me, it is in the question about why we're doing it. I think it's just because the result that you see in the different COPs show that parties are understanding and increasingly understanding that there is no way we will be able to deal with the energy transition and the goals that we're committing, particularly in the UE consensus, without radical collaboration among countries and among companies. So enhancing the collaboration among ourselves in this topic, it is a critical solution to accelerate the energy transition. And that's why we, as high-level champions, are prioritizing this area of work and bringing together different actors.
Thank you very much. So, critical sine qua nons for the success of the Paris Agreement, ladies and gentlemen, radical collaboration, radical electrification. So, over to you, Maxine. If we look back 30, 40 years, we were looking at national monopolies dealing with electricity supply in many areas. In the meantime, we've seen a development where we're moving towards much more trading. The European Union has created an internal electricity market. We're seeing it in other regions as well. What is it that's driving this change?
Thank you. First of all, I think although we've made progress, there's still only 4% of the total electricity production that's being traded. So we still have a long way to go. But the energy transition and the super cycle we're in has really helped accelerate the trading, and will continue to do so. Number one, renewables. As we continue to deploy renewables, and when we look at the, as Andreas already pointed, that where you have renewables in one area, it's not necessarily the point of consumption. And it allows the flexibility to be able to balance supply and demand. So that's one of the areas, that's one of the reasons, and as we continue to deploy more renewables, that's going to help with the deployment of interconnections that enable the electricity trading. The second thing is security of supply. There's a lot of dynamics in the world right now and has been for some time, and I think because of the geopolitical reasons, but also because of challenges we're having with the climate. Climate crisis, cybersecurity, scarcity of supply, and all of that really one nation cannot rely only on their own source of supply and source of electricity. So that's another reason why we're actually seeing a faster deployment. The third is technology, and the technology is there and has been deployed, and it becomes more and more mature. We're seeing a faster adoption, and of course, because of the targets that we have for net zero, in combination with a mature technology and other drivers that are neither technology related nor are they security related, those are the ones that will help deploy it. But also there's an economic aspect of it which we can talk about. It's tremendous economically what it can provide.
So in short, the economic benefits of trading, the possibility of balancing the system over a bigger geographical area